Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So I just thought I'd have a quick overview of Alien Worlds. So it's actually a year since Alien Worlds launched. Seems like longer, doesn't it? So Alien Worlds running on mainly on the Wax blockchain. Also some stuff on the Binance Smart Chain we can have a look at. Basically, it started out as this very sort of simple sort of game, simple sort of mining game. And is adding more things in, more sort of missions, and we've got PvP coming hopefully fairly soon. But this is what it looks like. Had a UI sort of refresh a few months ago. These are my various NFTs. So some of these are mining NFTs. You can see these ones are, it says in use, and a whole bunch of some of these avatar ones don't really matter. And then there's some other ones which will be used when the PvP stuff comes in later on. But anyway, very simple. We have this Trillium, this token running on various blockchains, mainly on Wax. Currently worth about 20 cents, something like that. So this is not very much money. And basically what you do is you hit the mine button, and then you claim. And I'm just signing through the Wax, my Wax wallet, and it will just mine out some of these tokens. And so it didn't actually show me there, but actually you can see the number went up a little bit. So basically, I have to wait another 43 minutes for that to set. That the time depends on what NFTs you've got, because they have a charge time, as you can see here. So the NFTs you have also are the things that sort of determine the rough sort of bounds of how much tokens you can earn. You can also go around, and I can go and switch a different planet, and choose a different land on that planet to choose. We can kind of see this planet here, how much Trillium is there, and how much it generates a second, and how much they take for how the land area takes. So land is an NFT. So if I owned that NFT land, then I would be getting 14%. I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. This is the bit on running on Wax blockchain. So we can also have a look at the bit on the missions running on the Binance Smart Chain. So have to connect to the Binance Smart Chain, doing that through MetaMask. And we can see here, this is the NFT mission stuff that's going on here. So this is you basically stake your Trillium running on the Binance Smart Chain. You stake Trillium, and then you get you basically lock it up for a certain period of time. And then you get some stuff back. So you can see here, I'm not on any missions at the moment, but these are the ones I've done. So you can see, you basically, depending on how much Trillium you stake, you have a certain number of ships. So I have very tiny amounts, 13 ships of 5,608. And there was 20,000 Trillium to be rewarded pro rata, and you could basically, for most of these, you get NFTs as well. So this rarity thing is on the NFT. So you can see here I've got 659-ish Trillium. Nothing staked at the moment because there's nothing for me to stake, because all these missions, these are all missions that have departed and are either waiting to be completed or have been completed. So you can see I've got some NFTs. So these are NFTs that I've got, which are not actually useful at the moment. At some point they will be, I assume. But these are sort of these NFTs that you collect by doing these missions. So that's broadly simply what's going on here. There's a whole bunch of other stuff into the governance. So these are the different planets. You can stake your Trillium on these planets, and there's an idea of sort of governance going ahead. I think that's sort of still, as I say, not quite live yet. But let's go and have a look at actually some data. So this is the game. As I say, it's sort of it's interesting in the sense it started off very simple, and it's getting sort of more complex, and then adding more things into it, and there's certainly a lot more to come. But it's a game that's sort of kept its sort of popularity. So it has been one of the most popular blockchain games of 2021, with a sort of 200,000-ish daily active wallets. So let's have a quick look at the data. So I've pulled this data from DappRadar, which is showing the on-chain data. This is actually showing the on-chain data for Wax and Binance Smart Chain, so that's combined. We can see here at the start of the year, in 1st of Jan 2021, very few people playing it. This sort of big growth spurt starts in the start of April, so basically 3 months, not much happening. Then this very strong growth up to about 450,000 daily active unique wallets. A lot of this was bots actually, as we'll see later on. So it dropped back off again as the Wax team and the Aliens World team both basically had to sort of deal with this because it was messing up the Wax blockchain. There was too many transactions going through. Another sort of peak here over 400,000, sort of steadying now between 300 and 200,000 daily active unique wallets. Interestingly, so the bit I showed you, the Binance Smart Chain stuff, only about 7,000 wallets have done that. So that's a pretty small fraction of the overall kind of audience. So pretty small. And I think that's always sort of a problem when you go cross-chain. You can do some quite clever stuff when you go cross-chain. That means you have assets on different blockchains that you can maybe sort of bring assets to and from different blockchains, but it's only a very small percentage. So in this case, whatever, about 3 or 4% of people, probably less than that, or wallets even are interacting in that way. In a sense, I guess it's a good way for your sort of your power users, the people who have a lot of Trillium and are really into the game, they get involved with it. But a lot of it's quite I think it's more complex for a lot of people than we think. The other graph I put together here is looking at the transactions per daily active unique wallet. So as you can see here, this is basically just taking for each day the number of transactions in a day and dividing that by the number of unique wallets. So we can kind of see here at one point here there was about 300 transactions per daily active unique wallet, and this was when all the bot stuff was happening. So this, as you can see here, this is when the game really takes off in April. There's all these bots. Oh, sorry, this is before the game takes off, I should say. Go back to this graph here. So we can see here there are not there's not that many users, but we can see here they're all doing loads of transactions. So we can see this is when the bots really kicked in and started to take out a lot of the tokens, because you could basically mine out these tokens and sell them for Wax or whatever kind of cryptocurrency you wanted. The 1st of April is when the anti-bot stuff comes in, so we go from 300 transactions per DAU down to about sort of 30. So this is a log scale here. So this is a 90% drop, and then we can see it's built up there from about 20 to 30, and now have times over 50. So, but that's a sixth of what there was there before. So I'm sure there are still bots in Alien World, but it looks like the main anti-botting stuff has sort of been successful in that early phase. But we can see this is sort of April. So the first bit of April, when this really sort of starts to take off, this is all driven by bots. And then when we're into sort of mid-April into May and then June, you had to actually use captures. So you had to do the find the traffic light pictures out of this 9 sort of selection. So that was quite disruptive. That's gone away since, so there's been sort of recovery there. So it's interesting to see what's been going on with Alien World. As I say, what I quite like about it is it's an idle game, so you can sort of do it while you're doing other things, but it has these deeper meta structures, and I guess in 2022 what I'll be interested in is seeing how those sort of deeper meta features start to sort of become more important, and people start to think more about things like governance. And I think obviously the PvP side of things will be pretty big, because just people generally like sort of PvP, that competitive thing is exciting, and sort of mixing that in with the idle stuff, I think will provide an interesting selection of different sort of features, almost modes of different ways to play. So we'll see how Alien World sort of kicks off, but it's had a pretty good 2021. So we'll see what goes on in 2022. Thanks for watching the video. This is Blockchain Gaming World, keeping our finger on the pulse of blockchain gaming. So please subscribe to the channel. But thanks for watching, and see you again soon.